Andrew and Jess, good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, Michael.
Andrew, how do you go from the sharp wit and the penetrating satire of The Chaser to co-writing a children's book? Explain that leap to me.
Well, I quite like doing The Chaser, but writing a fantasy adventure story, that's what I really want to do. I just loved writing this book so much, a lot more than doing comedy. And, because I grew up with fantasy stories and I grew up reading funny children's writers like Roald Dahl and Norman Hunter. And when Jess and I visited Egypt, we saw these animal mummies and thought, why don't we write a kid's story about these things? Because Jess, you like kids' stories too.
I do, yeah. We kind of wrote it as well, not for kids. We wrote it thinking this is just funny and really fun. And so it's just our sense of humour, and it happened to work for kids.
Tell me about Animal Mummies. We, of course, have heard about the real thing, but I did not know about Animal Mummies. They're all over the place in Egypt, aren't they?
Yeah, we went to Cairo, and in the museum there, they've got a whole section dedicated to the animal mummies. And we saw an ibis and a fish and thought that was really strange because I'd heard they'd mummified cats and dogs, but they just mummified millions of them, and they were just disturbing and creepy, and that's where the idea sparked.
And fertile ground, Andrew, for comedy gold, children's comedy gold.
Well, yeah, we had come up with these funny characters. So, our fish mummy is a sarcastic punk who has her own punk band. And,
of course.
She can pull a bony guitar out of her body, of course. What else would a fish mummy do? And meanwhile, the ibis mummy is a completely bonkers and sweet-natured, optimistic character. So you put the two of them together, and it's a lot of fun to see the adventures that these two conflicting, rotting, smelly, mummified animals can have together.
Stuff kids love.
Yeah.
Is it true you two met at a Chaser gig, Jess?
We did, yes, but I wasn't a fan. I'd never heard of it.
Thanks.
That's almost un-Australian, to actually admit that.
Yeah.
And you still got together, so you're in the audience, right?
I was. It was for the ABC's 75th birthday at Fed Square, and my housemate dragged me along, and I met Andrew at the meet and greet afterwards. So we have a photo of the moment we met, which is pretty special.
And was it love at first sight, Andrew?
Only from me. I mean, I had to work on it. I had to work on this for years. Because Jess, of course, she's stunning and charming, whereas I'm me. So I had to sort of convince Jess over a long period of time that this was worthwhile.
And I fell for it.
And here you are with young Audrey in the mix too.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Audrey, who's 17 months now, and she can sort of say some of the names of the characters in our book.
When you look back on your time with The Chaser, Andrew, what are the first words, the first thoughts that come to mind?
Avoid, never do again. That was a mistake. No, I loved it. I've had a good time with The Chaser, and I probably always will. I mean, we're doing some radio at the moment together.
Yes.
I think we'll be working together on stuff forever, I suppose, because probably nobody else wants to work with us. So,
you sort of really formed an unbreakable bond, haven't you, with Chaz and Craig and Julian and co?
Yeah, out of necessity, maybe,
Is another book, Jess?
Yes. Bab Sharkey and the Animal Mummies, the Giant Moth Mummy.
Oh, love it.
Will be coming out in November, and it's about a giant moth mummy, and it's really disgusting and scary, and Bab has to defeat it with his magic beard.
Look forward to it. Hey, Jess, Andrew, fantastic meeting but you both, and good luck with the books, plural.
Thanks so much,
Michael.
May there be many more. Jess Roberts and Andrew Hansen, they're a co-writing team, and it's a really good book.
Nice,
I laughed out loud.
Yeah, excellent.
Animal Mummies. I did not know there were animal mummies. I knew they were the real thing, obviously, in Egypt, but...
Well, I knew that the animals were buried with them, so that they had them in the afterlife, but I didn't know they were mummified. But, that's a scary thought.
We had to cut that interview back because Andrew then went on to give character references about all of his former Chaser co-stars, and it was brutal and, more to the point, defamatory. So I was shocked and appalled.
Have we saved that for the Christmas tape?
We have.
Excellent.
What he said about Craig was just...
No, it's what I hear, though.
Yeah, it is what I hear
it's
too.
the word on the street.